Alright you guys, this is head coach Ross of the Atacx gym, and I'm going to show you one of the techniques that we have. It's essentially using the universal block from a trap into Ude Garame or a Americana, standing lock, which you can turn into a trip and takedown. I'm not going to do a takedown at this point in time, but I want you guys to actually see where the setup is, okay? Alright, helping me out is my friend Al. This is an Atacx gym Kenpo technique. Okay, we actually call this, the name that we have for this technique, alright, is the trapping Ude Garame. Trapping Ude Garame, alright? So, in this case, you're facing an opponent. Whether he's offense or defense doesn't matter, but for this video, we're going to be offensive. We're going to attack first, okay? First movement we're going to do here is we're going to move forward. We're going to do an explosive movement, taking our fighting stance directly to our opponent, and then we're going to trap his lead hand and drag it across his rear so he can't hit us. Okay, so he'll be here fighting, right, and we'll move forward and trap right there. Right there. What we're doing here is, let me turn you this way. Right. His hand was up, and I pulled it across so he can't hit me. That's number one. As that is happening, we fire the reverse punch to the body or to the face. Okay? For the purposes of this video, I'm going to throw it to the face. As I throw the face, I take this hand and do a door opening motion with it. So the trap is essentially, okay, closing the door, then opening the door. That's the movement we're doing. We're going to throw the punch as we close the door, then we're going to open the door. It's very important that you're not just using body weight, just muscular strength turn here. What you're doing here at this point is you're torquing the wrist so that even guys who are really strong like him get their balance broken. This is height, width, and depth of manipulation. You take this punch and marry it with the movement of your right leg and simply do the lower block, which in Kenpo, is oftentimes referred to as the universal block. This is the motion you're doing. So you throw this punch, you do an outside block and curl this hand down into almost a deflecting hammer of a movement. You're striking. Let me turn this way so you can hear. See? You want to bite deeply past this elbow and as close to the tricep as possible. So when you compromise his wrist and forearm structure, not by pulling it out, but by turning the wrist and pointing down. See how his body manipulates and goes down? You hammer this area, the tricep area just before the elbow, and continue with your outside block. You right, brother? Okay, cool. Now, as you're making this movement, you're stepping through with your right leg. This gives you the basic Ude Garame base as you step forward. Okay. Now, as you can see, even practicing this, as you heard from him, even practice this technique puts a lot of strain and stress on the wrist and the forearm. Okay, I'm going to change this grip so he doesn't get hurt. Okay, we've gone here, boom. We've gone from this position, bing, from the trap, the punch, or the punch here, stepping forward, lock here. Now what we're going to do now is essentially do a movement which is like Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. From here, as you step forward, you're just going to go here. This is essentially a reverse motion, the reverse motion of the Ude Garame. From here, you're just going to go there. To infinity, see? To infinity and beyond. This is shooting the laser beam. Okay? Now, I'm changing the lock so that he doesn't actually get hurt. As you can see, I manipulated his limb in such a way initially that he was going backwards simply by me closing and then opening the door and applying this block. So if I were to actually do these things together, there would be a break in his wrist and his forearm and he'd fall. But he felt the pressure when I first started doing this, so I manipulated it for safety. Okay? In class, as you guys see, is the reason why I won't allow you to do the torque and the whole movement all at once. In class, what I have you guys do is when you do the movements, we'll break the torque down with the block. And then I'll make you, instead of doing the wrist torque here, which actually causes the damage, I'll make you grab at the bottom of the wrist, step up here by the knuckles. You grab it here by the bottom wrist, you got your turn, and you won't break his wrist, but you still break his balance, you see? Okay, this is where the safety is. This is what I was telling you guys earlier today. Okay? Don't grab, that's why I kept telling you stop grabbing the knuckles, grab down here by the forearm. You can still break him down. Even if he's stronger than you, you can still break him down by bringing his palm past his shoulders and torquing his forearms back. And it keeps safety, paramount, okay? So, If you have any questions or comments, you know what to do. Leave it at the end of this video. This is Head Coach Ross of the Atacx Gym showing you Atacx Gym Kenpo technique, okay? Helping me out. It's my friend Al. Thank you very much for your time.